I haven't uploaded a video in over a year, so to make my return we're going for the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, starting with Grand Theft Auto 3 was released in 2001 by DMA Designs, now known as Rockstar North. This game came out with a lot of controversy at the time, but we're not here to talk about the older version, we're here to talk about the definitive edition, which has its own controversy, including glitches, bugs, game-breaking trophies, game-breaking everything. I don't know how I finished this game. I just know I lost a lot of hair in the process. Our journey kicks off with our mute protagonist Claude robbing a bank with his girlfriend, I assume, but she turned on us like every woman in my life.
God, you're mean.
And we find ourselves in the back of a prison van before it's ultimately jumped and we are freed. We hop in a car and head over to the first safe house and get a change of clothes, and then we go to receive our first mission from a very famous voice if you're a fan of The Sopranos. Luigi wants us to pick up his girlfriend Misty from the hospital and take her back to the club. And by doing so, we actually net our first trophy first day on the job, which means we can no longer turn back and we must get this platinum trophy. This is going to end up being the first and last mission you'll end up playing for quite some time. It's best to do a bunch of miscellaneous trophies to help you along your way in the story, and we started with the worst one, the paramedic trophy. There are 12 levels that you must complete, but unfortunately, even though this sounds simple, drive around, pick up injured people, and take them to the hospital, the ambulance in Grand Theft Auto 3 is probably the worst thing I've ever driven in the entire franchise.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
It's easy to flip. Sometimes it glitches out. Sometimes cops throw your patients out the ambulance. Sometimes you run out of health. Sometimes the ambulance runs out of health. Overall, just a really shitty experience. That being said, after spending nearly 2 hours of my life driving around saving people and getting pulled over by the cops, we did eventually earn the trophy. While working on stunt jumps, I was able to get a trophy called Dirty Money, which simply you get for earning $1 million. There are rampages scattered across the map that all must be completed for the 100% trophy. And naturally doing so, we killed 100 enemies and that earned us a trophy. Getting back to the story, we actually have our first missable trophy without a scratch. Joey wants us to go to Mark's Bistro, pick up a vehicle, take it to the 8-ball shop and fit it with a bomb, and drive it all back without ever getting a single scratch. In my opinion, I don't know why you wouldn't check your vehicle when you know you got ops like that, but hey, he was stupid enough to get in the car, blow up, and we get the trophy. After about 30 minutes or so of doing rampages, I decided to go back home and save my game, but the cops were giving me trouble. After a couple minutes of killing them, I paused my game and was surprised to earn a Career Criminal rating of 2500, which also nets you the trophy Right Hand Man. From there, we needed to earn the Going Robe trophy, which is to do the police vigilante and kill at least 15 people in one run. But this trophy wasn't really easy. Honestly, it was pissing me off because the cops don't understand that I'm on their side for that short period of time. Nonetheless, I killed the final guy in the van and we got that trophy. For the next story-related trophy mission, we had to pick up some dancers for Luigi and take them to the policeman ball. And to get this trophy, you simply have to go grab a tour bus, drive it around, and pick up all 8 passengers at the same time and deliver them to the ball at once. This is a fairly easy trophy, but I'm going to be honest with you, I would have never figured this out without a guide. Early on in the game, there's these payphone hit missions for a guy named Mr. Chunks. And this one in particular, we had to take a vehicle to go pick up one of his clients or enemies or whoever. Anyways, we actually ended up earning the Disposing the Evidence trophy because we had to drop the vehicle off to get rid of the evidence. I'm not a comedian, guys. Work with me, please. Our next missable trophy has us killing a guy named Chunky Lee. He's dealing drugs for the Colombians and Joey's not too happy about this. So we planned ahead and took his car and got it fitted with bombs. We chased him around until he ran to the vehicle, blew himself up. And once again, if you got ops, you really got to start checking these vehicles before you get in here. You're dying off the easiest methods. After finishing up the payphone hit missions, failing to do off-road challenges, I needed a pick-me-up. So this is why we're going for the trophy by a mile, where you have to finish a race in under 180 seconds. Now, if you can't complete this, you should probably hang up the controller and it's time to go ahead and start playing Roblox. Grand Theft Auto 3 is packed with some of the weirdest and buggiest mechanics I've ever seen. I just want you guys to sit through this pain with me when I was going for the collectibles. And I want you to see I get robbed by a grandma. Granted, I robbed her first, but that's not the point. And then I got ran off the road by an ambulance. To say that I wanted to break my controller was an understatement. I was getting ready to start the fire truck side mission when I looked over and saw a riot breaking out. I thought by splashing everybody I would calm the situation down, but I think I ultimately made things worse and more people got killed. So I went ahead and finished up the mission, got my good deed for the day done, and we earned the Splish Splash trophy. Shortly after the fire truck trophy, I started working on stunt jumps and accidentally got the reckless driving trophy for simply completing one stunt jump. And let's just say I didn't stick the landing, so I won't be competing in the Olympics anytime soon. I haven't been entirely truthful with you up to this point. There's a trophy that I'm avoiding. It's called Where To. You have to complete 100 taxi fares. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's tedious. And after grinding for hours and hours, we actually finally got the trophy. Very anticlimactic. I don't even remember what the reward is. The next two trophies I decided to go for were Come Out to Play and Mob Boss. Come Out to Play is kill 25 gang members with any kind of melee weapon, so I went around like a madman with a bat and beat the crap out of a bunch of people. And Mob Boss is taking two of those same gang members I just beat up on a couple different hitman assignments and make sure that they don't die. This was easy. I got in my car, I ran people over, and at the very end, I just got on a hill and sniped the last guy. Very easy trophy, honestly, not very impressed. Taking yet another break from the story, I went ahead and got some miscellaneous trophies out the way. One being Liberty City Minute, which is simply for surviving with low health. I farmed this trophy along with escape artists because I'm a loser, I'm an NPC, no girlfriend, no love life, no nothing. Guys, I cheat, man. I don't want to work. I don't want to work for these trophies. Normally, when you're going through your checklist and you see you have one missing thing, the first thing you want to do is throw your console out the window. And that was me with the stunt jumps. Now, thankfully, starting from the beginning and following a guide, I wasn't that far off. I think I was 6 or 7 in, but we got the last stunt jump, earned us a nice chunk of change, and we got the Wheels Up trophy. Upon making it to the second island, we earned the Markman trophy. From there, I chopped down the 100% checklist a little bit more by completing more rampage missions, finishing up the painful hit missions, which I need you to listen to this real quick because it just sounds awful.
Damn, I'm in trouble. Turns out my wife was seeing some guy I owe money to. He's got real angry, and he's looking for payback. I've agreed to see him. He thinks I'm gonna pay him off, but my guess is Liberty's dogs are gonna get yet another flavor this month.
After that annoying mission, I continued to do some more work for a guy named Donald Love, including some package deliveries, which earned us a trophy, and finally getting all 100 packages hidden across the map, which earned us another trophy. After living out my Need for Speed dreams, I decided to go for the full artillery trophy by driving to an 8-ball garage, driving it further down the street, and setting it off in front of everybody. And still, somehow, someway, I got the cops on me. I don't even know how. They have no proof that I did that. I didn't even pull out a switch. So since the cops were already on me, I decided to go for the Furious First Responder trophy for finishing up all my vigilante missions on each island, firefighter missions, and the paramedic level 12 mission. I then went ahead and cleaned up the remainder of the other trophies that I had left, including finishing up all the RC car missions, finishing up all the rampages, and of course, the final mission of the game where we get revenge on Catalina for screwing us over at the very beginning. And as I was bringing the final vehicle to the garage to get the 100% game completion trophy, I noticed it didn't pop right away. I panicked, and then it hit me. I'm stupid. You see, at some point during my playthrough, I just forgot to save, or I forgot to do something, but I ended up figuring it out. I just had to go back and redo some vigilante missions. But guys, that was it. Once I got this final kill, I got my platinum trophy, and we can finally put Grand Theft Auto 3 to rest.